The last months of 2015 were a time of great triumph for researchers from the University of Warsaw. The prize for the discovery made by the scientists of the Center of New Technologies could be not only the elimination of one of the worst diseases of civilization, but also a Nobel Prize. The invention of two professors working in the Center of New Technologies, Professor Edward Darzyńkiewicz and Professor Jacek Niemielity, was sold to Sanofi for $300 million. It is an anti-cancer vaccine.
To jest szczepionka przeciwnowotworowa.
The Center of New Technologies, which conducts interdisciplinary research in the areas of biology, chemistry, physics, and information technologies, is in a way a return to the concept of natural sciences as understood 200 years ago, at the time when the University of Warsaw was established. The beginnings of chemistry at the University of Warsaw were very strongly connected to other disciplines. We must remember that all of the departments of natural sciences had their origin in the faculty of philosophy. This was the concept of the classification of academic fields that assigned physics and chemistry to philosophy, as a subset of philosophical research. And consequently, in those times, chemistry was never a separate field of study. However, the beginnings of sciences at the university were not easy. As for the formal and natural sciences, there were no academic staff in place. In this situation, the government, under the persuasion of Stanisław Staszic, adopted the only satisfying solution. The state sent a group of scholars to France and mostly to Germany, where they stayed for a year or two preparing to become professors. In effect, in the times of the Duchy of Warsaw and then at the very beginning of the Kingdom of Poland, a team of academic staff in the field of formal and natural sciences was created. It is, in my opinion, one of the most impressive examples of academic planning. One of the scholars that the Chamber of Education sent to Berlin and Paris was Adam Maksymilian Kitajewski, in time regarded as one of the fathers of chemistry at the University of Warsaw. His fascination with science was long remembered not only by his students, but also by those who lived on the university campus, like Frédéric Chopin. The best lecture of all was the chemistry lecture of Kitajewski, assisted by Belza. Students were always very pleased to attend. Kitajewski was still young, devoted to science, very articulate and eloquent. Since it was an age when the production of sugar from sugar beets was already quite popular in the West, it began to interest us as well. Kitajewski presented a course about the sugar industry, open to the public and free of charge, convinced that the topic would attract particular interest. He was, however, quite mistaken, as sugar production was widely regarded here as an oddity. The route taken by Adam Kitajewski to becoming a professor of chemistry at the university led through the Warsaw Lyceum, where he taught natural sciences. His pupils would cross his path again when, for several years, students at the Warsaw Lyceum were permitted use of the University Chemical Pavilion. And since the costly apparatus imported from London and Paris represented a rare attraction, disputes regarding access to the equipment were common. Equipping the university laboratory with the most advanced apparatus and facilities soon brought about excellent results. Michał Cwiet was an employee of the university who lectured on chromatography, today a standard separation technique in chemistry. He was working in the boundaries of botany, chemistry, and physics. His discovery was quite physical, its application chemical, and Cwiet was also a botanist. At one point, the American Chemical Society concluded that Cwiet was undoubtedly the most cited chemist who had ever worked at the University of Warsaw, and he belonged to the most frequently cited chemists of the time. The most recent discoveries of the university researchers bring hope that excellent reviews from all over the world will once more accompany scientific work done at the University of Warsaw. The areas of particularly rapid development are these new materials which are designed to serve specific purposes and applications. Therefore, they have specific properties. One of the professors currently working at the center is Mrs. Dorota Pawlak, who also works at the Institute of Technology of Electronic Materials. She finds the most incredible materials. For instance, the materials which Americans buy to coat their planes so that they are invisible to radar.
Zupełnie fantastyczne materiały, na przykład takie, które kupują Amerykanie po to, żeby pomalować czy pokryć nimi swoje samoloty, tak żeby były niewidoczne dla radarów.
Another area of research focuses on the materials for new energy sources. Thanks to this research, solar photocells are becoming more and more efficient. More power can be generated by wind and from natural renewable energy sources. So from this point of view, progress in chemistry more and more unburdens the environment, unburdens people of contact with various hazardous substances, and to an ever-increasing degree ensures that we become a green world.